The video I'm about to show you truly exemplifies what a real man is. On May 1st, just after 10 p.m., Chattanooga police received a call for an apartment on fire. Shortly after, Officer Eli Rogers responded to the scene, and neighbors said that the apartment was occupied by a mother and her two children. This video shows you exactly what happens when he arrived on scene. Mother and I believe a 10-year-old boy and a 4-year-old girl inside. Now, the mother was interviewed afterwards and said she was inside, she was awake, but she had no idea how she was going to get out with both of her children. And she said, had that officer not arrived on scene and not entered the apartment, she doesn't think that she would have been able to get out with her children. So you see him run out with the 4-year-old, and then the mother was able to get out in that same manner with her 10-year-old son. This is absolutely incredible. Now, something that most people don't know is police officers have very little fire training. For about, now I would say maybe 3 days during the academy, maybe 4 days, we go to the fire academy and we learn some very basic stuff. It is just very low level firefighting things that really we're not really prepared for as police officers. When you have a major structure fire or a vehicle fire, you're really beholden to how fast the fire truck can get there and the firefighters can get there with their, obviously, their high pressure water and their equipment and their safety equipment. However, when you have situations like this, because the firefighters have to respond from the firehouse, sometimes if they're volunteer, they have to leave their homes or leave where they are, get to the firehouse, get on the truck, and then get to the scene. Some places that have paid full-time fire, they might be there, but it still takes longer for them to get there because of the nature of where they're at. Where police officers, they're patrolling, they're on the road. This officer could have been right down the street, so you're able to get there really fast. Happened to me when I was on patrol. You get to calls faster sometimes than the ambulance and the firefighter. You get there, he realizes that there's a mother and two children inside, and rather than just sit back and wait for the fire truck to get there and the firefighters who have the full kit and the oxygen tanks and the fireproof kit to go in and make a rescue, this guy went in himself. He went in himself with no protective gear. He didn't even have 221B tactical fire gloves on him, which I'll have to send him a pair. And he went in and saved these 3 lives. Absolutely unbelievable. That's what a hero is. That's what a man is. That's what you do. You run into the burning building. You put yourself in harm's way in an effort to save others. It is so good to see a story like this. Sadly, a lot of these stories don't get national headlines. You know, the stories that get the national headlines are the ones that the news networks want you to see. And they don't want you to see this story. I'm not trying to make this political. I'm not trying to make this about race or anything. But I just happened to notice that this family that this white officer rescued was a black family. And incredible. It doesn't matter whether the family he rescued was white or Asian, or whether the officer was black or white or brown, doesn't matter. But I just found it ironic that here you have this officer in Chattanooga, Tennessee, with this heroic act, rescuing this black family, saving their lives, and it just made like the local news. It made the local news. Now, if we all know that if the tables were turned somehow and this officer, as a white officer, had a negative run-in with someone who was black and it turned bad or went south, it would be national news, headlines all over the place. This is what's wrong with our media system. They are trying to divide, and they are intentionally not showing us beautiful stories like this that may potentially unite us. They may potentially bring us together, because there's way more of this happening than the slop they feed us every few months when this one-off thing happens. There's way more of good happening than bad. The good outweighs the bad 1 million to 1, but they're only showing you the one because they know That's going to create the rage and that's going to create the divide. That is it. They could show you this. This story could be national news on Good Morning America, national news all across, and it should stay in the news cycle for a couple of days as he gets his awards and his accolades. But you'll never see that. You'll never see that. And you have brave officers like this doing things like this every single day, day and night, while people are sleeping, resting in their beds. They're out there patrolling the streets, ready to jump into action, and like Officer Rogers, ready to put their own life on the line to save absolute strangers. So my hat goes off to him. If anyone knows how to get in touch with Officer Rogers, we would love to send him some 221B tactical gear to help keep him safe and more comfortable on the job. So if you know him or you know how to contact him, drop a link below, message us on socials, let us know, because I personally want to send him some gear for his act of heroism. So thank you for watching. Please share these stories, spread them out. If the news media is not going to do it, share it. You happen to notice, share it on your personal pages and let people know, let the world know the good in the world, and that incredible police officers like Officer Rogers are out there just being heroes, just doing hero shit. All right. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.